all put together for you for later. But I'm also having like a lot that I have to do today in general. But let me just go ahead and start this with, well, we'll talk here in a couple of minutes. Let's stop here at the stop sign. There'll be a little traffic, so we'll talk here in a couple of minutes. Just a second. Okay, so let me get started with the fact that I know I've stated this before, and I know I've stated that many times, actually, not even just once, many times, but it's probably not something I'm going to stop saying or have to stop saying. So I'll say it again. Violence is never the answer. You never, that is always the sort of thing where you don't, people read into this whole concept of, if somebody's truly bad, don't you take out like a foreign leader or like the concept, even they would say that, they would say that about somebody else, maybe even ours, and stuff like that. So you have to consider that everybody's thinking that. So is that bad or is that good? The answer is not yours to make. Singularly, the answer is not yours to make. The answer is found through intelligence, through many, 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 many people arriving at the same conclusion and talking about it. And it's a war effort. It's military. It's calculated. It's not a guy getting a gun and shooting somebody. It's not what it is. And it's certainly not somebody ramming their truck into a church and unloading, I don't understand why people are so hateful that they would direct it at, like to them the answer would be to somehow do that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not logic. It's completely devoid of logic. It's insanity. So that's how you look at that. It's not anything but insanity. It is not logical to do those things. So yeah, anybody knows this. Anybody should. Anybody that's been educated, that understands that right and wrong, it really is insane that in modern times seemingly normal individuals on the surface are capable of such things. And so again, I will again continue to state that in some cases, yes, it is escalating. I will continue to state that yes, psychological warfare is happening and it is taking effect, but it's also social media. It's the fact that everybody can get online and sit there and become triggered and stuff like that. But again, you don't blame it on free speech, because it is absolutely your right to say what you want to say. You still blame it on the fact that the person doesn't have the ability any longer to let that go because they are not mature enough and responsible enough to do that. They can't let things go. And you rationalize, well, that sounds like an entire voter base to me. That sounds like every person that I've ever talked to that would even still credit Trump with anything, because they can't let it go. There's nothing to credit him with. You just can't let it go. And, January 6th proved that. People that rage past me while I'm driving the speed limit in their giant trucks prove that every day it happens. And that's why I'm being targeted and stuff like that. People are paying attention. And they're realizing that there's no stereotype. There really isn't. Except them. They actually stereotype themselves. They actually are the ones that say, yes, I want to light a bottle rocket on fire in my mouth just for the sake of saying that I'm allowed to light a bottle rocket on fire in my mouth. That's literally these people, completely devoid of logic, like literally no reason to do that except because they want to, because they can, because America. That is anarchy. Those people are anarchists. They don't have any ability to rationalize fairness at all. What is fair? What is logic? They don't. They do not. Because, again, every single day I am pressured to drive faster because some gigantic truck is behind me driving too fast and swerving around. Again, yes, it happened seldomly. It happened once in a while the entire time I've been driving. But never in my life has it escalated to this degree. Just like never in my life, have we seen such disgusting, yes, like people saying disgusting, hateful things. So to these sort of triggered police and stuff like that are triggered by that, they see it as that. Because they are devoid of what allows them to logically deduce what is actually happening. They don't know how to do it anymore. They literally cannot figure out that they are being manipulated with that hate. That free speech is under attack. This is fascism. Now, some of this we're going to get into a little bit. Like I said, I have a planned thing that I'm working on a little bit for later and stuff like that. But as you guys know, I've been trying to organize some things for you with like what's been going on and stuff like that. I just have a lot of other stuff going on as well. So there. I really want to organize that properly with some of the stuff that's been happening. It's been pretty crazy. So I just I am working on that in addition to like some of the other stuff I have to do throughout the day today. So this is the start, and I at least wanted to get on here and tell you guys that's the correct message. That's the center of the road message. That's the no propaganda message. That again. You don't hate, you don't do that. You don't kill people. You singularly cannot make that decision. You should not ever singularly make a decision to end somebody's life, and you shouldn't organize to do it either. Again, governments, military, not much you can do about that. They're going to talk about it with or without you.
Hello, are you using the mobile app?
No.
What can I get for you?
Can I get a number 9, please?
What would you like to drink with that?
Can I get a large Coke?
Would you like the meal as a large?
No.
Alright, so medium fry, large Coke?
Yes.
Alright, anything else?
No, but thank you for asking about that medium fry. I appreciate that.
Oh, for sure, dude. Total is $9.53 at first set of windows.
Thanks.
Hello. 953?
All right.
Do you need a receipt?
No, that's fine.
All right, have a good day.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. You too. All right. It smells really good. I think I might actually put a bit of shade. All right, let's see here. Will this still be lined up? Yay! That's not so bad. Okay. So we have a bitrate shift pretty much right away maliciously because they know part of what I'm going to talk about later is they know they're doing this at times that they know that the traffic will escalate, and the point is to convince to use psychological means to convince somebody it's a mistake. So they do it at convenient times to try to convince somebody it's a mistake. So this will just be further evidence for later when we put all this together for you to see. Just take a couple of shots here for the evidence there, as they're sort of kind of maliciously shifting it around. The reason I talk about this is because, you know, what's going to happen is they're gonna shift this rate around, and it's going to kind of just like take entire sections of what I'm saying and cut it out. So, you know, I sit here and I state for a while that it's like shifting around and stuff like that, because later, otherwise, your entire sections are going to be missing, just like the fair stream, and we'll talk about that. But there'll be entire sections. Basically, you know, I'll go ahead and mention Donald Trump, and then like an entire section of the stream will be cut out. and conveniently, right then, and at other convenient times as well. So that's kind of what we're talking about. And obviously everybody's here to see the food review after what happened yesterday. So they were sitting in here. No Sleep Wiblo, who sat here and doxed me all over this platform, he kind of sits here and messes around with this too, and causes that rate shift too. So that's the criminal that's actually in here harassing the streams. But again, we're going to put together all the other stuff that we've been seeing too, for you later, that's going on as well. But he's been the one that's been harassing the streams, and he has never stopped. So just don't forget that name. He just went into hiding. He never was removed from the platform. They didn't actually remove him. So yeah, again, he's just hiding because he's scared. And right now, very, very triggered. So that's why we're doing this. So again, you're going to see a very triggered result here. Is what you're going to see. Yeah. Go. So we're going to get to the review here in a minute. That's why he's doing this. And that's, again, a person that was talking in the chat and doxing me all over the platform for 6 months. 6 months straight. And YouTube didn't do anything. Address. Every stream he was in chat maliciously doxing my address so fast that you couldn't, that's all you could see. And if you blocked that account, he'd just come in on a new one, made with my name. So just keep documenting the full. What they're gonna see later is they're gonna see, what we're gonna show you guys, the evidence here, and he's sitting here disrupting this one. He's the person that comes in the chat, usually when no one else is or something, but usually says something very personal and harassing. Like with a random alternate account. Doesn't make any sense, that you've never seen before. That's that person. So, we're gonna talk about this later and get this organized for you guys, like I said. And this will only be further evidence because we do have 5G full service here, and the bitrate is malicious, just as it was at the fair. So we're gonna continue showing that and documenting all the proof of that. But I just really wanted to, get a bunch of documentation and get that out there, that this is just the same person that it's been. No Sleep Wiblo, shifting my bitrate around. Yep, and as soon as I say the name, so let me go ahead and document. As soon as I say the name, the bitrate gets malicious, and instantly there's all these concurrents in here. So let me just go ahead and document the proof of that. And then we'll go ahead and show that this person is using illegal means to make the device draw too much power as well, so that way it causes it to heat up and stuff like that. We'll show the evidence of that too. So So the point is, to the police and stuff that are watching, this person's probably more than likely responsible for your car fires. So we'll just continue documenting the evidence here. Because remember what I said, causing batteries to heat up and stuff like that. Yeah. So look at how malicious that is with 5G full service. So basically, the person that's doing this can always hear what I'm saying, so that way he knows when to cut it out. That's the point. That's why the overheating and stuff like that, that's why that started, because he's using things to make the stream essentially also record on his end of things while doing that. Yeah, I know, because he's doing that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you that this doesn't actually happen. See, it's totally fine. See, totally fine. And that's because he wants to see where I am. He wants geo-positioning. I'm going to talk about this later too. This is why he's doing all of this. He's trying to orchestrate attacks. He's trying to kill people. He's trying to catch cars on fire and destroy things. So I'm going to show you this evidence here, and I'm going to talk about what he's doing with this. But as you can see, if I flip the camera to the front, it fixes it. So that's the scam, is to do that so that I do this, and that way he can see exactly where I am and see like surroundings and stuff like that. Yeah, it keeps eating their messages, like only one out of every message gets through too. Yeah, I know. Yep, I know. Because he's getting all of that and then in remotely. Again, he's not actually hacked into my account, he's logged in remotely. Again, this is what we've been talking about. He does illegal things to steal account information and stuff like that, and then he logs in remotely. So you see how it's all stuttery? So now let me show you something. We're